exploring the profound near-death experience of Peter Anthony. Join me as I dive deep into Peter Anthony's near-death experience and see if I can uncover the truth behind it. You know, near-death experiences have always fascinated me, and one story that really caught my attention was Peter Anthony's. You might be wondering who Peter Anthony is, but that's exactly what I'm here to tell you. Peter is an ordinary person who went through an extraordinary experience that changed his life forever. His story is worth exploring because it's not just about the supernatural or paranormal aspects, but about the profound impact it had on his perspective on life and death. When it comes to near-death experiences, there's always a healthy dose of skepticism involved. Many people dismiss them as hallucinations, dreams, or simply a result of a person's brain shutting down due to trauma or illness. But what makes Peter's case different, or at least noteworthy, is the sheer detail and clarity of his experience. Unlike many others, Peter's experience wasn't just a faint memory or a fragmented series of images. Instead, it was a vivid, lucid, and deeply personal journey that left him with a newfound understanding of the world. One of the most striking aspects of near-death experiences is the sense of peace and tranquility that often accompanies them. Many people report feeling a sense of detachment from their physical bodies, as if they're floating above themselves, watching the whole scene unfold. But Peter's experience was different. He didn't just feel at peace, he felt a deep sense of connection to everything around him. It was as if the boundaries between himself and the world had dissolved, and he was one with the universe. Another fascinating aspect of Peter's experience is the sense of time distortion. Many people who've had near-death experiences report that time seemed to slow down or speed up during the event. For Peter, time became irrelevant. He felt like he was reliving memories, experiencing new sensations, and gaining new insights all at once. It was as if his consciousness had transcended the linear progression of time, allowing him to access realms beyond our mundane reality. Despite the many questions raised by near-death experiences, one thing's for certain: they often leave an indelible mark on those who experience them. Peter's story is no exception. His experience was so profound that it changed the way he thinks about life, death, and everything in between. So, what happened during that fateful event? What did he see, feel, and experience that had such a profound impact on his life? One of the most striking aspects of Peter's experience was the sense of familiarity that permeated the entire event. He felt like he was returning to a place he'd been before, a place where he was free to explore and discover without the burdens of his physical body. As he navigated this realm, he encountered beings that felt like old friends, beings that communicated with him without words. During his experience, Peter felt an overwhelming sense of joy and wonder. He felt like a kid in a candy store, marveling at the beauty and magic of the world around him. But beneath that sense of wonder was a deeper sense of connection, a sense that he was finally home, finally where he belonged. It was as if he'd been living in black and white, and suddenly, the world had burst into Technicolor. The most impactful moment of Peter's experience was when he encountered a being of pure light. This being didn't speak to him in words, but instead communicated through pure energy. In that moment, Peter realized that life and death were not mutually exclusive, but intertwined like two sides of the same coin. One of the most profound takeaways from Peter's experience is that life is not just about living. It's about dying too. It's about embracing the uncertainty of our existence and finding meaning in the face of mortality. Peter's experience reminds us that life is precious, fleeting, and mysterious, and that maybe, just maybe, there's more to it than we can comprehend. Thanks for joining me on this journey into Peter Anthony's near-death experience. If you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're curious about more stories of personal transformation, be sure to check out our next video.